Hello and welcome to Bridgnorth Station. Now we're here today because a rather special train has just arrived here in Platform 1. Yes, today is the return of GWR 813 in its new shiny livery. I think it's safe to say that this little saddle tank is quite popular here at the Severn Valley Railway, and it's got quite a story behind it too. So we're going to have a chat with someone who knows all the ins and outs of its recent journey. But before we get into it, I must say, if you're into heritage steam, you really do need to come and see it for yourself. So head over to the website, get yourself a ticket, and come and join us here at the Severn Valley Railway.
My name is Will Marsh and I am the steam mechanical foreman here at Bridgnorth on the Severn Valley Railway, and behind me is Great Western 060 saddle tank number 813, which we have just outshopped this weekend in its gorgeous new Great Western livery, which has just been applied here, all hand painted, all sign written by hand, no transfers, all done in-house using SVR staff. The engine is the oldest Severn Valley based engine we've got, built in 1901. For the Port Talbot Railway originally, and which was then absorbed into the Great Western Railway, and it ran for a number of years for the Great Western. And then the only reason it survived into preservation is it went into National Coal Board use in Backworth Colliery, up Newcastle upon Tyne sort of way. And that is the only reason it survived as long as it did, because it is a very antiquated design. It came to the SVR in 1969. It's had a number of periods in use here. The last few years it's had a bit of a tumultuous existence. At our April Gala in 2022, the rear drag box casting, which is the casting that provides the structural support for most of the rear half of the engine, shattered en route. The material fatigue, and it let go, and we had to limp it back here, and the engine spent a number of months out of use whilst we decided what to do. We've removed the old drag box casting, we've sent it away to have it laser scanned using modern technology. We had a polystyrene pattern produced, and we had a new casting cast. But rather than go for the original grey cast iron, we've gone for a sort of ductile cast iron, which should make it a bit more ductile and should make it last for the next 125 years, if not more. So that's been machined and that was fitted. We wheeled the engine out about 18 months ago with the plan to get it back in action, to then find out that the big saddle tank, the big water tank that sits over the top of the boiler, that had become life expired. And we'd patched it up 10 years previously, and unfortunately when we tried to put water in it on that occasion, it just completely let go. It turned into more of a colander than a water tank. So we've had a brand new saddle tank manufactured. We had that done off-site, and it is a massive unit, as you can see. Whilst that was off, we took the opportunity to have the boiler completely stripped of all its lagging and cladding, to have the boiler inspector come in and give us a fresh 10-year boiler certificate on it. He agreed to do so without us having to lift the boiler clear of the engine. It needed very minimal boiler work doing to it, so we did what we needed to do, recerted the boiler for 10 years. Long story short, we've reassembled the engine, fitted a new saddle tank, done a few other modifications to it, just to make it that much, it's a cracking engine, but the modifications we've done have just made it a bit of a better engine. And as I say, we've completed the paint job on it. So this weekend is its first weekend back in action with its new paint job, following the modifications we've done to it. And we're lucky enough that it's double heading with our Great Western 042 1400 tank. And it will be doing so for most of April and May. So if you're interested in a bit of rare double heading action, come down to the Severn Valley. So the engines have been here about 20 minutes now. They've had to fully coal and water, which involves splitting them from each other. So uncoupling them, splitting them apart so we can coal them both with the JCB. They then recouple, they'll go off shed to rejoin their train before heading back to Kidderminster. Hope you can come and see us at the Severn Valley Railway and join us on 813 very soon.